first question I want to ask, probably the toughest question that we're gonna ask today. How'd you get into Legos?
Oh man, I got into Lego building. Well, I used to when I was really young. I had all the SpongeBob sets, and I got into Lego sets because at the start of my second season, at the start of my second season, I was feeling really down after practices because I was just, not doing as well as I did my first season. And yeah, I was just getting really down on myself, rewatching practice over and over again. And I thought instead of spiraling every night, I should turn my attention to something else. And that became Lego sets. And yeah, it's brought so much joy to my life, and I've never looked back. And now my whole house is full of them. So,
what year was it when you turned to the dark side?
last year, literally last year.
Oh.
And I have 45 plus sets already. So a lot of my money has gone there this last year.
Does this mean that you're extremely anxious if you're building that many sets?
Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Well, it started with that and then turned
Now it's
into
fun.
just an obsessive hobby.
Yeah, it's just fun.
It's just fun, but still very helpful. I brought Lego sets with me to the Olympics. I had like 3 sets in my bag. So,
nice.
And do you like it when folks help you out and like join in, and or no, you like to be solo dolo?
I like solo dolo. My husband also builds Lego sets. He does a lot of the Star Wars sets. And I feel like every 5 minutes he's like, I'm missing a piece, and it's just somewhere on the ground or somewhere in the couch. So I don't trust him with my sets most of the time.
Trust issues with Legos.
Yes, 100%.
What you saying? He's dumb. Okay.
No.
I know.
No.
I said it for you. It's fine.
He's brick challenged. Lego brick challenge.
That's very good.
It was good. That was good. Brick challenge today.
Josh, I love you. If you heard that, I love you. He said, wow.
Hey, wow. Today, Spence, I said, you know what? I looked at it. I said, so we met a couple years ago. Kid was like, yeah. Well, I said, it looks like we talked about autism, this and that. So they're coming back to do the full assessment. And I said, so autism's a spectrum, right? You got one set that's eating Legos, and she fucking loses it. Why would you say that? And I was like, I don't know, man. She
on the brain.
She literally paused for like a few minutes and just laughed. It was magnificent. I say that joke all the time, but like she never heard it. Besides the point. So you've been doing it for a year. Does anyone think that you're weird because of Legos and like doing it? Because some people bully me and Spence about it.
I feel like I was talking with my teammates about this. I feel like cringe or weird is you could be doing anything, and if people like you and like they know you and they're your friend, cringy things aren't seen as cringe. But if you're judging someone on the internet or a stranger, something they're doing could be cringe. So I think to be cringe is to be free. And all my teammates and friends know and love me. So they all are very supportive of my Lego building habits. But I'm sure there's haters on the internet that think it's cringe.
Always will be.
Sammy dropping dimes. Okay.
Yeah, that's their perspective. And it's the wrong one, but it's their perspective.
All right. What you got?
Moving on. Well, I have to ask also, I'm going to stay on Legos a little bit. What is like your holy grail of like a Lego set? Like, what's the one that you really want, but you haven't gotten it yet?
The holy grail for me right now. There's probably 2. I have the newer Disney castle, but the Lego group made another big Disney castle that was discontinued. So I really want to get that discontinued set just to have both of them. And I think I have to say the Millennium Falcon, like the big Millennium Falcon, because Yeah.
Mhm.
Or the
Yeah.
Death Star. Either one of those. Just
Yeah.
like the Mac Daddy sets, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Those
Mac
ones.
Daddy. All right.
Mac Daddy sets. I
Who was-
mean, that's what they are.
What was the guy from WWE? The guy, was he Mac Daddy? It was the pimp guy. What was his name?
I actually can't remember.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say what race he was, 'cause, I'm not getting into that. But
Oh,
but
my
he,
God.
he was a pimp.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna play to what stereotype the '90s were pitching there.
Mhm.
I feel like it has something to do with a Mac Daddy.
You're
Whatever.
asking the wrong person about 90s WWE.
Back on-
I
Not
don't
a
know.
wrestling fan there, Sammy.
Yeah, not particularly, but
Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna get
Yeah.
back on track. So Millennium Falcon, boy, right? I feel like that's a big one for a lot of folks. Spence, what the hell's yours?
Oh man, it probably would be like the big, because they had like different sizes of a Millennium Falcon, and so I had the smaller one. I would love to get the huge one,
The table
just-
one.
Yeah, it's just a big old boy. Yeah, it's great. That's definitely one.
There you go.
What about you, Nuts?
I'm trying to think. Like, I like all those ones that are there, but I'm also like, my ass is like, where am I gonna put these at?
yeah,
Like,
that's always the question.
Yeah. And then you see like these awesome rooms and these castles with all these folks putting their stuff in there. I'm like, I'm out of room in the house. So anymore. And they're gonna be like, we taking your kids because it's you're a hoarder.
Yeah, it's getting to that level here.
I'm sure it
but-
is. I'm sure it is. I don't know, man. It's close. I'm not even the biggest fan in some of the some of the Harry Potter stuff. Some of them Harry Potter ones, the castle ones, are nuts. Nuts. The Hedwig one, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, that one's cute.
The big AT-AT
Hogwarts.
one, I think is like bonkers too. Like for some
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
I just like that it can be somewhat movable.
Yeah.
So there's some cool ones. The Eiffel Tower one, I remember seeing that at the Lego store, and I was like, yeah,
It's huge.
it is. Where is that going to go in your house?
Okay. Me and my husband are actually moving into a 2-bedroom apartment next month.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say so it's so I can have a dedicated Lego room, but it's so I can have a dedicated Lego room. So it will live in there. Right now it's gonna live on my kitchen island.
Okay.
But yeah.
You should try to get a sponsorship with Lego.
It might happen.
Am I? Oh,
We'll see.
we're talking, isn't it? You heard it here, folks. You heard it
Hey,
here.
No,
Sammy-
no.
Sammy-
Everyone at Lego,
At
get
Legos.
Sammy Sullivan,
Yep.
sponsored by Lego.
10% off.
Don't 10%.
Yeah, use my discount code.
Yep.
That's
No.
That's coming,
That's
boy.
taxes.
It's coming. Hey, if anyone deserves it, it's you, homie. Just because
Oh,
of
yeah.
your
Oh,
presence.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll gas you
Thank
up
you
later.
so
That'll probably
much.
make you cry, but like I'll gas you up later. I love talking about these nerdy things, man. It doesn't always have to be mental health all the time. Because we're talking about what makes us feel good. What are your coping skills? What connects you to your partner? What connects you to your teammates? And then how this weird thing could be seen from other people, right, as a bad thing, but other people, you accept them. So I work with this with clients all the time. I mean, if they hate you for this, then they're the pieces of shit. It's not you. They're the ones that are judging, being negative or projecting, right? And so everything that you said today has a mental health touch to it. So I just wanted to clarify your statements for the folks that may just think that we're having fun. All right, Spence, what else you got? Lego King.
How'd it do? You just got back from Paris, where you won a bronze medal in rugby. And in the pre-production, you were talking about your teammates. Are there any stories that kind of stand out for you during the Olympics?
Man, I kind of talked about this on my Instagram, but the fact that one of my teammates, Christy Kershey, is just an absolute workhorse, and she played every minute of every game that we had, which is very hard to do. Rugby is a very tough sport on your body, so for her to play that whole time, and I think right when we won, I was actually off. I had gotten subbed off like a minute and a half left in the final game. And the first thing I did was run over to her because and we just both cried. Like as soon as I made eye contact with her, I started crying. And she's like definitely, I always call her my like homing beacon, or my grounding person on the field, because I always know she's gonna know exactly how I feel because she's always on the field. So yeah, that like hug and cry was probably one of my favorites. And then what else from then? This was kind of horrible. So once we won and we did the bronze medal presentation, it's like where do the whole podium thing.
Yeah.
I got flagged to be drug tested. So I had to, you pee in a cup, and athletes know this, like they test you for performance enhancing stuff, whatever. And yeah, so while everybody's like going to celebrate with their family, I'm sitting in a room. Of course, anxiety filled me, like, oh my gosh, I have to pee right now, or I'm not going to get to see my family. They're going to close the stadium. So then, of course, I don't like, I say I have to go. I get there, partial sample, don't fill the cup up all the way. So I'm like freaking out. My mom's calling me over and over. And yeah, so it just felt very fitting that of all people, I would get flagged and then anxiety about it and like not even be able to celebrate
Hey,
right afterwards. But
I guess at least you'll remember it.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, Lou, my P lady, I was just like, Lou, we got to go see my family. Come along, because you can't be left alone.
Yeah.
Once you get flagged. So I was like, Lou, let's go see my family.
Bring the pee.
And
Bring
then
the
I'll
cup
come
of
back
pee, and we'll fill it up on the way.
Wait. No, they like locked it up in a fridge and we went and said,
Okay.
what's up?
It's still there.
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know where it is.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out the full episode on our channel and anywhere you find podcasts. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Whoop whoop.